Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, coming at you live from Phoenix, Arizona. This is 2016 Election Day coverage. Wait, just kidding. No, this is, what do we call it? Pleeka Podcast.
The Pleeka Podcast.
Yeah, I forgot about it. I almost said this is Talking TV with Nick and Josh, but that show is dead. This is now the Pleeka Podcast, and we talk about Westworld, Flash, and Arrow?
No.
Just mostly it's just Flash and Westworld right now, right?
Yeah.
First, I thought he was saying the name of the episode, and I was like, oh, that's a weird name for it.
So, yeah, this is the Pleeka Podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Jerome.
And today we're talking about Episode 6, The Adversary.
I'm glad he always knows the episode name.
I know.
I always try to remember it.
I'm a little surprised.
I never bothered with
Actually, I've been surprised 6 times.
That's good. Can you believe we're 6 episodes deep into this shit?
No, and we still don't know what the fuck's
I know.
going on.
It's like we really don't know shit. It's crazy.
We had a whole conversation about timelines today. Like, is this going on? Like, we have no idea
it's crazy.
at all.
It's wild. As I dip the
Wild
guy in the milk.
No?
Just don't start singing, Here Come the Men in Black.
That's what we can do. A Men in Black Wild Wild West remix.
That would be insane.
That would be awesome.
Fucking insane. All right, so we're watching it in the background. We've got it going on. Wake up.
This was the Maeve episode.
Yeah,
dude.
definitely.
Okay. Theory off the top. Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. So So I say that Arnold created Dolores. Okay.
So did they.
But just listen.
Okay.
Because we clearly can tell that Dr. Ford does not trust Dolores. Are we in agreement of this?
I'm not sure I trust Dolores.
Well, on that screen, they show that Arnold made Dolores.
Right. Okay. So, and I think Dr. Ford created Maeve. And it's going to be Team Maeve versus Team Dolores trying to class some shit out. I think Ford created her.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know. That never even occurred to me.
That's not where I thought he was going with
I didn't think he was going with that either.
That's funny, though, because we had a conversation kind of like that today where we're like, we think Dolores is going through that in the past and that Maeve is going through it in the future. But it's interesting that
Or the now. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way. Doesn't matter. But... So it's interesting. We all have our own the way how we think that's going to happen.
And it's funny because it literally changes every week. At least for me, because they give you a little bit more,
every week.
more.
Something slightly changes.
I'm still clinging on to that William is the Man in Black young, but like,
is it dying for you?
It's not for me. It was for him. I had to talk him back into it.
Yeah, well, because only today, because in this episode they say that Maeve has only been being a prostitute for only a year.
Yeah, like a year.
And
I
was like, well, didn't she meet William and she met the Man in Black? I know that for sure. So I was really confused and like, maybe they're not the same person. But then we looked back at the episode and then we saw the shit like when he met and all that. And every scene that William's by the like prostitute house, Maeve isn't there.
Yeah.
Like there's even a gunfight. She doesn't come out. Nothing. So that made me...
Either she was on break or it's another timeline.
Right.
Yeah. But I was almost like, I don't think that could even happen anymore. Like, I think they're different people.
I don't know why I'm clinging to that so bad, but like I am. So then it starts off, she brings that John up. And
she's figured it out. Like
she's like, here, kill me so I'm going to go wake up and talk to the Chinese dude.
She was pretty bold, like big in all the wrong places.
Yeah, she was.
And then she takes his hand, puts it around her neck.
And says, don't be shy.
Wow. I'm like, this bitch, she's figured it out. She's fucking rising up right now. It's like we're watching Terminator 3.
Kinda. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have control of anything else.
Do you think she's going to...
Yet.
And then that's where Arnold comes into play.
Arnold?
Yeah.
Oh, Terminator. Now I get it. What if it is? It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, it's just like that, what is it, that fan theory that Breaking Bad is like a sequel to Walking Dead or some shit.
That's been a fucking fan theory for like fucking... 5 years.
Abby follows, like, she's big on BuzzFeed. She sends me all kinds of articles.
It's not new.
Well, I'd never heard it, so I don't live on the internet.
Back up. People are talking about it again.
But yeah, I guess
it's
like a big deal.
Probably.
But yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell?
Well, what's the kid's name? Walt Jr.
Yeah.
That car he had, Glenn's driving the same car.
Yeah. Well, and also, like,
what is it, Red Camaro or whatever it is?
Yeah,
or something like that.
But there's also, like, a one part in Walking Dead, you can see, like, a blue bag of meth.
Yeah, so, I mean, never mind, they're both AMC shows.
Well, see, I haven't watched, I think I've watched through season 4, and...
We're talking Walking Dead here?
Yeah. It's funny because, like, after the first episode aired, 3 weeks ago, I knew who died. I'm like, oh, that's fucking great. Like, thanks for fucking running it.
I looked it up on Twitter before it started.
Yeah, he did. And he's like, hey, you want to know? And I was like, no thanks. I don't want to know.
I'm like, hey,
do you still watch it?
Yeah. What's funny is Taylor hasn't watched
I heard that this
up.
season is actually, like, people are saying it's actually pretty good.
It's really good,
and shit's, like, actually happening, and it's not just, like, all storyline. Like, shit is actually happening. I don't know.
Good for that show.
Yeah.
It's gotten better. Like, there was one season where, like, every episode was shitty.
Yeah,
but then last season and this season have been good so far.
I got more shit to watch on
Lock
Sundays.
and load? I know, right? No shit. So here you have Elsie taking the tracker to Bernard, and it's telling him, like, we've got some shit popping.
Yeah.
Do you think that he has anything to do with that stuff, or do you think it's only Hagamuffin too?
I think it's Teresa. And I think that after seeing this episode, I think that she was sleeping with him to see if she could get Bernard on her side.
Oh.
And I think
he might be onto that. So.
I think that's why she dumped him.
Because
because she knows that he'll side with Ford, and now she's going after Lee.
Yeah. Okay, so
she's trying to get Lee on his side.
So we're at the part where
the guy, the design guy, Lee.
Oh, okay.
Lee Sizemore.
We're at the part where Bernard is in that, like, their old building or whatever, like downstairs.
So here comes.
But when he's
walking through, Yul Bregman or whatever.
Brenner.
Yul Brenner.
You can see the old cowboy from the first movie.
It's like coming up right here.
I don't know what's coming up. But did you
right here?
Oh yeah, he's gonna walk through like this room, and then you could see it. I don't know. But did you notice that when you watched the episode live?
No.
There you go.
That guy.
Yeah, back there.
How can you? How do you know?
Because it looks
just like
here.
him.
I'll pull up a picture for you, but it looks exactly like him in the movie.
Well, we were watching it, and I go, hey, Jerome, did not like the
But
cowboy.
see, I've seen, because I did some reading on this after this episode.
Don't you always?
Yeah, I typically do, but...
See, I should do that. I don't ever read shit. Because I don't want to hear half these crazy cockeyed theories that people come up with. I
heard contradicting stories. I heard that people who make the show said, don't pay too much attention to that. And then I also heard that people who made the show said, oh... everything you see happens for a reason, and it's there for a reason. So it's like, what?
It's like the internet's full of shit or something.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. I heard that the writers of it said, like, nothing in the show is an Easter egg.
Right.
Everything in it will play a part at some point. Even if
but don't you think that's what they want you to believe?
Yeah.
I mean, without saying it?
That's true. Okay, so see, it's this guy right there.
Right.
Yeah.
That looked exactly like him.
Like, yeah, I guess. It could have just been an old fucking man in a dress like that.
Yeah, but why would they do that? I mean, obviously it wasn't.
I don't know. I mean,
they had a previous movie, obviously.
I know, but
it's not a coincidence.
But I mean, like, how many people watched the movie?
Well, I mean, a lot of people. I'm pretty sure they got a sequel and a TV show,
right?
Not including this one.
I mean, that's not.
But
it's not.
But did you know? Did you have to see it after the fact? Or did you catch it the first time you saw it?
That's what I was trying to tell you, is that when we were watching it, I was like, hey, Drone, didn't that look like the old cowboy? And he goes, oh, yeah. And then we found out, like, later.
Yeah, I didn't catch it.
People were originally theorizing that
because I thought some shit was going to pop off or someone was going to be down there. And so I was kind of, like, bracing for fucking the worst or whatever.
I just noticed.
So what do you think is up with this town and why he won't destroy it?
I don't know.
I think this little girl plays a part in it, huge, for whatever reason, because they keep showing her.
I think it's the chicken, because if you watch right here, he does not have control of the chicken.
Right.
Everything freezes but the chicken. Watch it moves.
That's true.
Told
the
you.
chicken totally moves.
All right.
Yeah, that's my fan
It's like they're
theory.
doing the mannequin challenge.
That's my fan theory. Chicken's in charge.
Okay, chicken's in charge.
They do show.
But what do you think it is? Why he won't destroy this town? Because they're asking, they're telling Dr. Ford, like, if you want to do this plan, like, this has to be gone. And he's like, no, we'll end it.
I don't know.
Just outside. Like, something is up with this town.
He said he didn't. Maybe it's the maze. I don't know. Maybe the maze is there.
But they keep showing that little girl that was talking to Dolores.
They also show the maze here in a second.
Yeah, I know. It's on the table, and Dr. Ford sees it.
And then he goes back to the drawing later, too.
And it's right here where they're playing dominoes, and they rake them off.
But isn't this the city that Dolores was in looking around for this shit?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And that's also,
and she was talking to the little girl, and where she saw her...
And she got all her
the flashback of her vision where she saw Dolores Abernathy on the tombstone.
And that's also where the Man in Black went to get the information for the maze.
Yeah,
I think this is the town where he found Lawrence's family.
He just doesn't want to... That was Lawrence's daughter, wasn't it? Or is it not the same?
It is. I think it is that girl.
But I don't know.
Well, here's a rendering of the new thing.
He said he didn't want to cause any more destruction. That was his excuse.
Is that Dolores' head right there?
I tried to look and see if I could recognize any of their heads, but I couldn't.
Watch, rewind it real quick. We'll keep talking as he's flipping through his book here. Because see, look,
But
there's her.
Yeah, that's a drawing.
Okay, and then on the far left, doesn't that look like Dolores' head in that case?
I can't say for sure.
Possibly.
It is possible though. That drawing does look like her to me though.
Yeah,
the drawing for sure. You know, there could be a thing out there.
Because he ends up flipping onto the maze.
He's got a thing for Dolores. Dolores could be, you know,
like his ex-wife or his wife that
his
died
girlfriend
or something.
Because I mean, he already made his whole family. Arnold made his family.
Yeah, why wouldn't he make anybody else?
And at one point, she says, "Are we friends?" He's like, "No, I'd say we're not friends." And then he gets up and
I'd say anything but or something.
And then
like
he
that.
had tears in his eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just it's crazy that we're 6 episodes in and we there's nothing solid that we know. Like there's nothing that we can say
that wasn't very
for
solid.
sure.
There is one. That'd be so funny if you broke the table.
that would be a shame if we weren't since we're not live. Like
there is one thing we know that the Hagamuffin 2, whatever her name is, she is the one taking all the information out of the park.
One of 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
So hold on, I'll pause it and stuff when we get to the scene because we did this earlier.
Okay.
But he came up with a theory. What's the guy's name? It's Thor's brother.
Loki.
No, the real guy's name. The
Ashley something.
Buddy Stubbs.
Yeah, what you called him.
Stubbs.
Yeah, Buddy Stubbs. It's
But
Ashley
we
Stubbs.
think
Loki.
we think that it was him that took that chick at the end when she was down there and she was finding
Elsie?
out. Yeah.
And is he just like saving her? Is he onto it too?
See,
Is that what you're?
I think he's working for her.
You
That's
think
what we
he's
were wondering.
in on it with Teresa?
Just because I don't trust his ass.
I hope not.
I
I
said-
like Elsie, man. I hope she. I don't want her to die.
That's what we were saying too.
Yeah, she's probably my favorite character that's
Yeah.
not
That's
like
not
a main
in
character.
Westworld?
Well,
Yeah.
and also too, we didn't see William or Logan or Dolores in this episode at all.
No,
Yeah.
wasn't their timeline.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah, but this is the first episode we haven't seen any of the we've seen Dolores in every episode except this one.
that's kind of crazy. Like,
But William and Logan-
And we didn't
This
see
is the
William or
sec-
Logan
until
in episode 1, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, but we've seen them in 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yep.
So 1 and 6 they aren't in, and then Dolores isn't in 6.
Yep.
So isn't it
both
weird
those-
that this path they picked just up between the fucking?
It seems a little
I was like,
sacrilegious.
why are you doing that?
I mean, they are all dead,
Titties.
and probably not. All right, this is where we lose Hess. No,
Yep. So do you guys think that Dolores, because she's like, how do you think she's gonna get, like he says she's gonna get an army? How do you think that's gonna happen? Like,
I
is
think
she gonna whisper what Dolores?
I think
said to her?
Maeve is gonna have her own army, and I think Dolores is gonna have her own army.
Okay, and not to contradict you, but none of this happened with Maeve until Dolores said something to her.
Right.
So what do you think? Why do you think she would say something to her, get her all fucked up, and then fight her?
I don't know, because Dolores is a robot,
So it's Maeve.
right? But Dolores probably didn't know that. She doesn't really know anything. You know what I mean? Like
It seemed like she knew someone when she said that to her. It was almost like, it reminded me of. Have you seen Fallen?
No.
Denzel Washington, you've seen it, right?
I don't
think
Fallen
so.
Angel, and like it
Oh
goes from
yes.
host to host, kind of.
Yeah.
And you don't know
It's been
that
years, but yes.
you don't know who the bad guy is until they start singing their Rolling Stones song. But like, that was what it reminded me of, where he just like goes over and like she says something. And, okay, now you got it too. That's what it reminded me of.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm hoping that it turns out to be, like Maeve versus Dolores.
It's funny because like in the first couple podcasts, we're like, I don't know how long this could last, but the way we're getting information, it could last 5 seasons, like
Yeah.
they said.
Yeah, that'll get old though. Something's gonna have to like happen.
Well,
to
there'll
get
be
the new
changes. They'll introduce new characters and different twists and all that.
Do you-
I mean, obviously. So, go ahead.
Do you think if anything bad's gonna happen, like this episode, like say the army shit does happen, it's gonna happen at the end of the final episode, and then season 2 will be the actual shit that goes down.
Yeah,
or like say
maybe.
they make it to the maze, that's the reveal at the end or whatever.
Couldn't like if an army started, couldn't Dr. Ford just stop it?
Well, not if they're like out of his shit, you know. Like if they're not connected.
Oh,
to
like
his
you think
thing.
he can't
Because
control
remember,
Dolores?
yep. Well, maybe I don't know. Because you know how that. I almost called
No,
him
he
Brian.
can control her, right? I mean,
Well,
he's
but-
interviewed her and stuff.
Well, then couldn't he stop your Battlefront?
Well, but that
couldn't he just be
because
like,
Bernard can.
Yeah, but if people start doing what Maeve does at the end of this episode, turning up all her all their shit,
or because Bernard
then
can control
this
those
scene
robots.
was fucking cool to me.
yeah, this was cool. And
Like when she's watching it and she like it just
She's
fucks her
saying
brain
it,
up,
yeah.
and it's like what? Like
I
I thought that was really fucking cool.
I've actually seen Jerome do that in a podcast.
I don't think that's true. I was a little afraid though when she was saying that part.
Failed.
That she was just gonna be like broken, and that was gonna be the end of
They
her
just
being
put
smart.
her away.
Yeah, I was like,
Well,
I was a little afraid that was gonna happen.
I mean, and the thing is that the way I view it, and I would think you guys see it the same way, but Felix is like totally seduced by her.
Oh yeah.
Don't you think? Like he's like.
I mean, if that was a guy,
I mean, because
with his cock and
all
balls
he
hanging out,
really
would've
has to
done
do is say, "No, I don't have the capability of doing that."
Well, like what I told him too. Also,
I also think he feels bad for her.
when they get the tablet because they're making the changes for her, they could easily just make her dumb and put her away.
Right.
But they continue to make her
Except
smart.
that I think they're like I think if they change it, they're afraid if they change it, make her dumb, she can't do her job. They're gonna look and see where it comes from.
Right.
I think she kind of got them like in a hole, sort of, but it's their own fault.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
I mean,
true,
she
a little
did
bit.
wake herself up, but like, yeah, I don't know. And I think, what'd you say the Chinese guy's name was?
Felix.
The cat?
I don't know
Mhm.
how Hess knows all these people's names.
He looks that shit up.
That's
I
true.
really
He does
don't.
his research.
I
does
probably
research.
use IMDb less than anyone I've ever met in my life. I honestly
That's
God.
bullshit.
Did
I
you-
swear to God.
Well, they've never said his name, so how do you know it?
Because I listened to another podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, he listens to that one podcast. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Did you look at your Westworld email?
I did.
Was it gay?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't anything too crazy.
No offense, I thought the last one was pretty stupid.
Yeah. Do you want me to read it? Or?
Yeah, go
Hey, you
ahead.
go for it.
It's
All
stupid,
right,
but it's
let me,
kind of cool though that they do that though. That-
Right, it's a good idea.
I watched that video that Hess sent me. That was kind of cool. I guess you can go on there and you could do like a chat login, where you can chat with like a computer about Westworld, and the guy asked a question, "Where is the maze?" And it popped up a bunch of error things, and in the errors there's like something about like hell is here or something like that. But
Oh,
you
really?
can go on their website and chat with them get information about the show. But if you mention Arnold, like the whole thing fucks up, and you
Oh,
break
really?
it. Yeah.
Did you not watch the video you sent him?
I did. But I think I watched it before. I don't know where this email is.
What?
What are you talking
What does
about?
that
I
mean?
can't find the email.
He's distracted by. He doesn't. Whatever.
Oh, here it is, right here.
Move along.
All right, I'll read it real quick. All right, so it says, Dear Park guest, things are shifting here at Westworld. Construction on Ford's narrative is beginning to transform the park as you knew it. Even I am starting to feel the effects of change. I woke up feeling a little different, and that's like in all caps and in bold. More perceptive and anticipatory of your needs. All modifications are part of our ongoing commitment to make your visit as fulfilling as possible, and I promise we won't disappoint. Best regards, Aiden, guest services host. And then they got the under construction thing, Dr. Ford's new narrative. Please excuse our appearance as we break ground on our most daring narrative yet. This storyline is guaranteed to bring out the good, bad, and ugly, depending on how you play
I
it.
wonder if Clint Eastwood's going to be in it.
Yeah,
I
and then
doubt
they've
that.
got the More Than Meets the Eye. It's a picture of the under of one of the wood carvings or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, it says,
Orion's
in the
belt.
midst of all the action, guests often overlook the most nuanced details of the park. Take a minute to discover something you hadn't noticed before. And then the character spotlight, who do you think the character spotlight would be?
Maeve.
Ding, 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 ding. You both get to grab my dick.
No, no thanks.
That's your prize.
Apparently, we're going to have to take turns. 'cause
Or you
there's
can
no
take-
way we could both
Or
grab
you
at
can
the same
take Trump's
time.
advice and grab someone's pussy.
Oh, okay.
We'll grab Hess's
All right.
pussy.
It says, the Mariposa's Madam Maeve
How long is this
Millet
fucking-
knows how to get under your skin
He's
in
gonna read
all
it for
the
the rest
right
of the podcast.
ways. With her keen ability to read people, she'll know what you want before you do.
Did he have to read it like that?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That was it. Yeah, that's the whole entire email.
Wow. So do you think when William meets, or if he does, or if we see, Dr. Ford in his timeline, do you think he'll always be like young like that? Like how they showed him in that one scene, or do you think
He
they'll-
fucking better be if
or-
we meet him again young.
So that'll also be a telling thing if there's two timelines. There's gonna be something pretty soon. I think that's gonna
So what?
let us know.
So, okay, so I know that we've talked. I said I'm like 75% that there are two storylines going on. 25% that
storylines or timelines.
whatever timelines, storylines,
I mean,
dick
there's
lines,
about
pussy
fucking-
lines, eating
There's
bitch
about
lines,
There's a lot of
52
dick
storylines.
cocaine lines. Okay, this scene was cool when Felix is walking Maeve around, like showing him the laboratory or whatever.
That took some balls on his part.
God, yeah.
I'm surprised no one stopped
still
him and
think
said
they-
anything.
And he looks terrified the entire fucking time.
Why do they dress like mariachis?
I don't understand.
If he had
why
a
they dress
fucking
like
Mexican hat on right now,
that. He'd have to put some like bells and little balls.
yeah,
in it.
he's missing the balls.
But I thought it was pretty cool how they go through basically to show you. I mean, there was like a buffalo in one of the rooms. There was a horse.
Yeah, we saw that while you were reading your fucking email.
There's the poker players, and they both get up and they point the gun. Like I'm like, damn, this is fucking cool. Like,
yeah.
he,
and then there's this other robot walking around looking at it all. That's got to be healthy.
Yeah,
That'd be like
how
someone walking
does
through
no
creation.
one notice?
No
it?
one said anything.
Yeah, how does it know? When this elevator opened, I swear to God, I thought it was gonna be like
Dr.
Bernard or Teresa,
Ford.
and I was like, "Yep, you're fucked there, little buddy."
I did like how she got to see
See,
her.
okay, so now she's watching that ad.
The ad, and
so
she
the
sees
first part, it was
she
that
sees
blonde.
it all again.
It was that blonde that introduces William as he gets there, and I thought, oh god, if she's in the ad, maybe he's. But then it shows her as the other person, so I was like,
Right.
oh, all right, never mind.
Yeah.
They just take anything they wanted. So
Because see, it wasn't her right there.
Yeah,
in
it was the other girl.
it
It
was
was the other prostitute.
the girl that was having
Clementine
sex.
Pennyfeather.
Yeah.
It was the girl that was having sex with Logan.
Yeah.
And then there's Maeve as with the little kid, and then the baptism and the fucking Indian people or whatever that it is.
Yeah.
You should do audiobooks.
So I would love to.
It's the part where they go through the shit.
No. Live without limits.
I totally thought it said life.
Westworld.
How'd that work in Westworld?
Yeah, I don't know. So
Live without life.
now, what's the other douchebag's name that's about to come in?
I did know it, but I forgot it.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
Fucking, if you're gonna listen to another podcast, can you pay attention?
Well, it's
kidding.
hard when you're working, okay, and shit pops up
So
at
do
work. And
the podcast you listen to, do they have any theories that like we haven't?
like they
talked
usually
about?
what they use. Well, I don't know. Kind of, but not really.
Can you elaborate on that a little?
Can I finish talking?
I don't know.
Damn, ninja. Fuck. They have. Let me put this down for a second, because it's hard to look and talk and think at the same time.
Yeah, we're seeing that.
Yeah. They don't really. I mean, they do each have their own theories, but they actually have people who tweet them and will email them, and they talk mostly about those, and basically like if they think it's like
crazy?
retarded or it could be valid. So, they usually have like 5 to 10 theories an episode that they talk about
Is
that
this
people
where you
tweet
get-
in and
is
shit.
this where you get some of your ideas?
No,
Probably.
Do you
Not at
believe
all.
that, Jerome?
Not at all.
not
Okay.
at all.
I'm actually gonna look on Twitter and see if there's anybody's theories that I can find.
So I talked to. There's 2 people at work that watch this at my job.
Yeah, I like the Dan Stoutemeyer's tweet or Facebook thing that he wrote
Which got
to.
got debunked this episode.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was funny. 'Cause I was like, oh,
But
that-
I think
that's
I
not gonna work.
actually hearted that shit. Like,
Hearted.
yeah, because you know how like you can like heart, laugh, and all that. Like,
Oh yeah.
I think I actually hearted that post.
And then a day later.
His name is Sylvester.
Oh, so you got.
Sylvester
they're
and
both-
Felix.
They're both cats.
Yeah. Yeah.
His name's wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And they're playing with the pussy.
Wow.
This is true.
I'm trying to read this thing real quick. So
They have, I guess, one of their
Can't-
theories
can't
is
intrude
that they, I don't know, they have a Game of Thrones podcast that they do too. I don't know. I guess that people who listen to the Game of Thrones podcast basically were tweeting them and telling them they wanted them to do the show too.
Oh.
So they started it up or whatever. But they're like Game of Thrones. They always reference Game of Thrones, like usually once an episode.
They're probably stupid.
But they they talked about it in their last episode, and I actually read about it and on somewhere online that says to understand this show, you have to like understand video games and like understand how to play video games. I don't quite get that, but
I can kind of see it because they got the idea to make these worlds based on games.
Oh.
But So I was looking at this thing, and it said that I don't know the guy's name. I just read it, but whatever.
That's helpful.
The creator or writer of Westworld said that it was definitely the gunslinger, which is the guy from the movie. That was him for sure in that room. But he said it was also kind of like a tip of the hat to them. So he said don't look too much into it. He said, but then again, things might change later on. So he basically said nothing about it.
Right.
But this guy has a whole theory that Westworld is a sequel, like the show is a sequel to the movie. Because I guess a couple years before this, like there was plans to make a Westworld sequel.
Oh, really?
Like to the movie, and like actually have it back in Westworld, not Future World or anything like that.
So tell Hess what you thought about this part.
Oh God! So when they first showed this part, I for a second
Lee is on top of this building on a.
Yeah. It's the part where the
Just
writer,
so that the listeners
the writer is like
can tell where we're at here.
But I thought it was Logan there, and I was like, oh, we're actually seeing outside the park.
Wow.
And then we saw her walk up, and I was like, oh fuck, it's the writer.
Yeah.
I felt so. I was like, oh God damn it! I thought it was like, some cool shit.
Basically, like we were talking about in the beginning, I think she broke up with Bernard because she knows that he'll side with Ford when shit goes down, and she's basically recruiting him, Lee, to be on her side.
Yeah, they're gonna sabotage Ford, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's what their plan. I think that's what their plan is.
So
because she's the one who's transmitting all the shit out of the park.
Do you think that's what Ford or Arnold is making the people come up to stop her? Like, do you think maybe they're making it seem like Arnold's a bad guy or Ford is, but he's just gonna stop her in a way so he can save his park?
I mean, that sounds good in theory, but who's doing it then? Because he's looking for Arnold and shit.
But see,
you know
I
really
can
funny?
also see it as she sees that Ford is going a little cuckoo and that she is trying to overthrow him to keep everything sane and to keep everything in order. Because they're kind of painting her to be the bad guy, but I could see her overthrowing Ford and then stabilizing everything and getting it back to normal. Because from what we know with his new narrative, it's fucking up all kinds of shit. He's
yeah, but I mean,
with the 50 different things that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I think she's out for herself. I don't think she cares about the world. I don't think she gives a fuck.
Yeah,
I think she wants to make
she wants to make more
working
money
for someone else or doing something. She wants to.
You know,
that's what I think. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong too.
Yeah. It's just, I mean. Go ahead and finish your thought here.
You know, I said I was scrolling through. I was scrolling through Twitter, looking for stuff. I just ended up going to our tweet for our episode of the podcast down here.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
We're in the top things for Westworld theories on Twitter right now.
Sweet teddies.
Oh, nice.
And one other thing, did you guys notice that Teddy did not die this episode?
No, did you notice he killed a couple people?
Dude,
he went a lot of fucking people.
That shit was badass.
I think at the time, Drum goes, I kind of feel good for him.
Yeah, I was like, he deserves this.
I think the Man in Black was taking, whoa, holy shit.
Yeah, he's like, you think you know?
Because I think he kind of had this guy's a pussy, he's a pushover.
But it's because Ford changed his thing.
No, I know.
Yeah. So I mean,
well, because I think he knew. He's like, this.
Look
is
at that guy. That guy took an axe to the face.
So we're at the scene where Man in Black and Flood are walking down trying to get through the tunnel, and he's like, "Yep, that's the work of Wyatt."
It's funny because
and they're throwing bodies into a grave.
Are they trying to get through the tunnel? I don't know why. It just sounded funny to me.
All right, that's cool. They're walking down the hill trying to get through the tunnel.
Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
You want to make that your ringtone for me when I call you? They're walking down the hill trying to get through the tunnel.
No.
They're walking down the hill trying to get through the tunnel.
That's a little gay. It's starting to run too much of a butthole.
All right. So anyways, these two people.
Wow.
They recognize Teddy and turns around and he flashes
his cock.
the cold steel.
He pulls out his cock and starts whacking Teddy.
And you just kind of read Man in Black. He's like, man, I don't know about this. This is a fishy situation. And then Teddy just starts shooting. Well, he's like, I need you alive, you fucker.
This is actually a new narrative for him. He's never been through this.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know what's going to go down. Which is kind of interesting for him.
He's not Bill Murray right now.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not. What movie was it?
Groundhog's Day.
Groundhog's Day.
So, and then, what's this guy's name? Lee Sizemore. So.
I think that's his character name. That might be his real name.
I don't know.
Sizemore for sure. I don't know about the Lee.
It's Lee.
So he gets drunk, hits on this chick.
So what's her job? Because they introduced her, but I don't remember what it was.
She's corporate or she's a board member or something.
Yeah.
Real quick, the guy who plays Sylvester, how do you say his name in real life?
Yeah, I got no idea.
Let me see that.
How do you say that?
Okay. It is.
Don't even try.
Shit. Is it Ptolemy Slocum? I'm guessing the P is silent.
I would think the P is silent.
Ptolemy Slocum.
Is this the new iPhone?
Yeah. Burr.
That'd be so funny to break it live with the podcast.
Burr.
You'd be like, motherfucker.
Burr.
So he hits on this chick, says that he knows all this shit, and
He was saying shit he shouldn't have been saying.
Yeah. Especially to
Not,
her.
in my opinion.
not as bad as pissing on the fucking world.
That was funny.
It was funny that he got caught.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
The pissing part was kind of, I mean, I don't know.
And it's like all smoking and shit.
I mean, let's think about what this guy's done this episode or this season. He wrote stuff, he's got this big ego, and
Well, he really
doesn't
hasn't
do
played a
shit.
big part in. I mean,
he
the
wrote
show so
everything
far.
before. I mean, I guess he can't be the only. Like, he can't have created everything though. So like, it's,
No.
not like he's the original writer. Otherwise, he'd be as old as Ford.
This girl's name is Charlotte Hale.
So he acts like he created. He acts like he's the creator of Westworld, basically.
Yeah, basically, I think he thinks he's a little bigger than he is.
But, like,
That's what I was
really,
getting
it-
at.
No, he's like a diva.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you totally tell when he throws the temper tantrum when Teresa walks out and he's drinking margaritas and he's like, "Do you know what it's like to fucking
It's a cough.
The cough during a podcast. Do you know
to
what
be
that's
a
like?
fucking artist and have your whatever taken?" And yeah, I was like, wow,
Is that like a direct quote?
That's the quote.
something like that.
Yeah, he's not a likable guy in any way.
No, do you know what movie she's from? Recent movie she's from?
No.
She's
No.
in Creed.
Oh, was she like his girlfriend in Creed?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, she did look familiar. That makes sense.
Yeah, she looks
Yeah.
like the girl that was.
I
just
thought it
in
was funny when he
Super Bowl.
grabs the bottle. He's like, "Fuck this shit."
Yeah, that worked out well for him.
I was like, wow.
So, do you think he's gonna get fired, or do you think she's gonna keep him around because she wants?
No,
to
I
do
think
secret shit with him?
he's gonna be her pawn.
Well,
She's
like,
got him now. She's like, either I fire
Yeah.
you or you do what I say.
She's got him
that's true. I
blackmailed.
didn't think about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, she's got him by the balls.
So now Elsie's going to Bernard and saying, "Look, I'm gonna go find out some shit." Right? Is this the part?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
saying he's like.
Do you still
"Be
think Bernard's a
careful."
host?
I do.
Host?
A host?
What
A
are you?
horse or
Are you
a
a
host?
Canadian there today?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, you do think he's a
I
host?
do.
Oh, okay.
I don't after this episode.
I do.
I was with you guys for that theory up until
Oh,
this
he's
episode.
never been with
Well,
me.
no, I'm talking
Yeah.
about you and everybody else that thinks that. Like, I was with that until this episode.
Oh, we'll see. I mean,
But like we said,
I mean,
everything
that could
changes
change.
every episode.
right. Well, and
He might go home and take his fucking face off.
there
and that's
was
Yeah.
one scene in this episode where made me have a little glimmer of maybe thinking that Ford's a host too.
What was that?
When Bernard goes to the house
and
to,
he just shows up like
yeah,
fucking,
and he's like
Yeah.
just
Like
pops
the
right out of the
butler.
fucking I'm
He's
like,
like the
what the
butler.
fuck?
he's like the butler in Mr. Deeds.
I'm like, how the
Yeah.
fuck is this? I'm like, what is that?
See, he talked about it too. He's like, Ford just shows up.
But
places,
see,
which is weird.
okay,
But
see,
that doesn't make
here-
you a host.
No. But here's the thing.
No.
Here's the reason I think
Don't
Bernard
point
is a
at me,
host.
motherfucker.
I'm not pointing at
Yeah.
you, motherfucker. Anyway, there's a guy at work. He's a Mexican guy. If you
He's
call
a what?
he's a Mexican guy.
Okay.
If
He
you
said
call
that
him
weird, yeah.
if you call him motherfucker, he gets so pissed off and offended
So then call
because
him bitch.
I guess like in his where
Country
he's
that don't
from,
fuck mothers.
yeah, like
Would that be Mexico?
he thinks I'm like literally telling him that he fucks his mom. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I'm like, it's not that at all. Like, it's just a lot of people say motherfucker. But anyway, so
just find out his girlfriend's
okay,
name
so
and then call him Dolores.
the
fucker.
reason in this, I don't know, seems like a stretch even to me and my
Oh,
fucked up
jeez.
craziness. Okay, the reason I think that Bert, like, look at him, he has no fucking facial expressions at all. Okay, he looks like a fucking host.
Fucking host.
Fucking host. All right, so and this was cool when.
But the
when
hosts have facial expressions.
Just shut the fuck up for a minute. Let me fucking finish talking. Shh.
You're-
Okay, so what I think. All right, so he goes to Sector 17.
Okay.
He's
You think you knew that
investigating.
already, or you just said that because it was on.
No,
because
I did know.
He texted me
yeah.
about this.
Oh.
He goes, "Remember when they went to Sector 13?"
I said 13. I knew it was in the teens. But anyways,
That's what
all
he
right.
says about his girlfriends.
So my reach here is that Bernard is a host, and that the reason Ford pops up so fast is that it's in like his mind, like it's in Bernard's mind, and that he can just show up at any given time, like to any host, and like it's just built into them to see.
I mean, that's possible, but
Yeah.
we'd have to see.
But see, when you guys originally saw this, did you think that was Arnold? Like when they show you like just partial of his face? I did.
Yeah. I thought it'd be too like.
I'm like, that looks like fucking Arnold.
But we don't know if that picture is really Arnold.
No, I know. But
I mean, it would make sense.
When he asked, "Are you Arnold?" it set the fucking guy off.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "What the fuck are you doing in my fucking house?" Fucking.
What if Arnold is really his dad?
I thought about it today at work.
Could be, yeah.
Are you Arnold?
It's interesting, but like I don't know. I feel like they're building.
Did you see the side by side? I sent him the side by side.
He told me that you sent that. Yeah.
Yeah, like.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty obvious.
No, I know.
But is it the same exact guy?
Yeah.
I think so. Watch, I'll show you real quick.
Because that could just be a picture of his dad in his office, and he's just telling people it's Arnold because they don't know who his dad is. Yeah, that is the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it looks.
Oh no, yeah, there's without a doubt. And the reason, I mean, because when they showed, they go, "Oh, my partner died," and then they show a picture on his desk. So I was like, "Oh, who's the actor? Maybe that'll give me something." I looked, I'm like, "Oh, I don't know that guy," and then the fucker pops up 5 episodes later. That's why I noticed it. Mm-hmm. But.
Well, and I just think it's funny, like when Ford gets there or whatever, he's there in his imagination. Like they just go back to doing their own thing. Like, and they don't even act like Ford is there or Bernard is there.
Yeah, he's just rubbing his brother's head or whatever that is. Like,
but we do know that is Ford as a boy.
Yeah.
Because the dog, because he tells a story, the Great Dane,
and he calls him Robert.
Right. Well, he calls him boy a lot.
But he calls him Robert.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't catch that.
When he asked him if he's lying, he goes, Robert.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was kind of...
He was like, Jesus.
He's like, analysis. And then he's like, are you lying to me? Yes.
It's weird. So, he's like a father to himself now.
Yeah.
See, and I think he's just playing out his, like, little weird... Like, he can create a world, so why not create your own little world?
So so that's Robert. So that's Dr. Ford as a kid, and the other kid is
his brother.
His brother, and at some point here, he starts like stroking his hair.
He's rubbing his hair.
That's what Jerome just said.
Yeah,
that was weird.
It's like what? It's like creepy.
I think he must have been
right here.
I mean, part of it though.
I don't know if that's a girl. It kind of looks like a girl. Kind of looks like a boy. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I mean, say he's
because
70.
And the other reason I think he's a host is that, once again, Dr. Ford takes a jab at him and says, well, wouldn't you want to reconnect with your son if you could? And Ford, like Bernard, doesn't react. Like, he doesn't even, like...
Yeah, but like he said previously, the hosts react to shit, though.
Yeah. I
don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm
it's
looking at
his boss.
I understand where you're coming from.
And it's his mentor.
I guess I'm looking at it a different way. Because he's like, cut me some slack, like... if you could reconnect with your son, wouldn't you want to?
Here's the thing.
And it's like...
Why would he have to explain himself to a host?
I don't know. Why wouldn't he, though?
But that's what I'm saying. Because
they're programmed a certain way.
But who programmed him?
But hey.
He did, but he changes the narrative all the time. They have to change their intellectual...
But narrative has nothing to do with him explaining himself.
Like they talked about Maeve, her intelligence and all that. His intelligence is obviously higher if he's working with them to make the hosts. So he might have to explain himself to him because that guy's smart enough. He might like start putting shit together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. I just don't buy it. I just never have.
Well, hopefully we find out. I think we'll find out.
See, I want it to be true partly because of that, but then partly I want you to be like, oh yeah, he is a host, and then like see that it happens.
Now, if you notice this guy, Loki. Just kidding. Do you have any idea why I call him Loki?
Yeah, because of the fucking Ding Dong Hero movie.
The Ding Dong Hero movie.
Thor.
Oh, and you know Loki's Thor's brother.
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Wow, I'm impressed by that.
Me too. So this guy starts pissing on the world. Stubbs gets pissed, and then Teresa confronts him.
I like how he doesn't put his dick away until the black chick walks.
Which is when he probably should have put it out.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. So, but did you notice what that guy was wearing?
Who, Stubbs?
Yeah.
A black vest?
No. It wasn't even a vest at all. It was a blue
shirt.
It's a blue shirt.
It's a blue shirt, and he's got a little blue like collar thing on there.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Okay.
It's interesting to me.
That he's wearing a shirt?
Yeah, you'll see later. We'll get to it later.
Okay. I think she's a sharp-looking lady. I'm not all about that chocolate, but she's cute.
It could be.
You mentioned that a couple times.
You know what it could be too,
in
though.
This podcast.
Yeah.
Although no, that guess it wouldn't make sense because he's short. I was gonna say it could be the writer guy too, but he's too short because the guy was taller than her that took her in the end.
How would you like to have an office that everyone can see in from every angle?
I would not like that at all.
Well, I mean, what are you doing?
No,
in your
I know,
office?
but I'm just saying, like,
Well, it's
that's a
Hess,
whole
obviously.
point.
Hey, there's
Right now.
Dolores.
Isn't that the whole point of
Did you
having an office?
Did you see Dolores?
Yes. Isn't that the whole point of having an office, so you have a little bit of privacy?
I think it's to do your work.
I think the whole point is to do your work.
Yeah.
So, the Man in Black and Teddy got captured. They're about to brand his ass.
Yep.
And then he escapes and kills every motherfucker. This was actually pretty cool.
Well,
Yeah,
and I
really
thought it
cool
was
thing.
funny because the Man in Black's like, all right, that's enough. He's like, nope, they'll just follow us if we don't kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
And he like, kind of like just watches and like chuckles.
he was like I think he was in shock.
Well, he's
Like,
probably thinking
damn, this
the same thing,
guy's
like, wow, he
fucking, this
deserves it
guy's a
little bit.
fucking badass after all. You know how bad that would fucking hurt. Oh my!
like-
Wouldn't he just melt though if they fucking put that on him?
Well, no, because
Oh, they
they
just got scanned. I don't know
Yeah.
how that shit works.
but
The milk makes him not melt.
didn't you
All right,
think
so
it was-
this part right here where they show Wyatt and Teddy, do you think because the whatever they are, the army men think that Teddy helped out Wyatt, right?
yeah.
Do you think that he did, or do you think that
No.
Wyatt
I don't
is
think
wrong, like just
it's
trying to include him in it?
It's just all backstory.
Okay.
I think.
I
Right?
mean, I don't know if it'll come
Yeah,
into
I mean,
play,
it didn't really
if
happen.
it even
I mean,
matters
for,
or not.
for all you know, it didn't happen at all.
Yeah, it's just in their brains.
It's just in
Gotcha.
their heads. So like they could have been programmed that he did it just so then he gets captured there and
Yeah.
all that shit. I don't.
I
It
don't
is
know.
interesting because they show it to us. So like I don't know.
That
you know what
gun's
I mean?
fucking badass.
Yeah, but I mean yeah. I get what you're saying, but yeah, it's they have to remember it or they can't think it.
Yeah,
you know
that-
what I'm saying? Like
That's true. Although
But-
he like they said that he doesn't know his past because he was like, oh, I got something to
I
do.
got some rucking to do,
Mhm.
Dolores.
But he has no
Yeah.
idea what he's
Mhm.
talking about.
yeah.
But I'd say he did some rucking in this
But
episode.
you know, but when he says that, like we picture stuff in our heads, like, oh, I wonder if he did something bad. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what's he
that's
doing?
true.
So I mean, that just gives us, you know, because I don't think he even knew it until they said it. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's
Right.
almost like it like flashed something. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like,
'cause
oh, yeah,
right before they brand him, he's like, oh yeah, I did, and then that's when he got him down.
I-
But I thought it was really weird that their brand was the maze.
yeah, that was weird.
Like why did they have that? Because they could have had anything, but they had the maze on their brand.
It's amazing.
Well, that's why I kind of think that the maze isn't even really a place. Like, I think it's just like this fake god or fake thing that they follow. That's like embedded into their brain.
That,
But I don't know because
know.
it kind of contradicts itself with the Man in Black looking for it.
It's weird how
I
many
don't know.
like
Right.
how many things have the maze's symbol on it in this world.
Right. Well, it's
And
on the
they-
tables.
yeah, and yet
it's
no
on,
one's-
you
no-
know,
at least as
all
far as we
kinds of
know,
shit. It's
no one
underneath
found
their
it.
scalps.
But I don't think anyone else is looking for it.
That's true. I guess because to them they're not programmed, so they just see it and they're like, oh, it's a symbol.
Yeah, and like the people that come to the park don't know about it, so they don't
Yeah.
like it. So there's a fucking
Well, so
circle
in
the
this episode,
table.
Teddy tells a story about the maze. Do you think that was true, or do you think that's just what was he?
I think
programmed
that's
to?
what it's programmed to.
Well, yeah, because he just says it's like it's the measure of a man.
Well, he
and-
says like the
It's-
guy was
it's
he
folklore.
died over and over again, and he
Right.
built a maze around his house and all that shit.
Yeah.
That's why when we saw the house for a second, I thought they were in the maze.
So did I.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is he gonna like what's gonna
I
happen?
was
when
like,
he gets
Arnold's in
there?
the maze. That's what I thought. When I
Yeah.
saw
It
him.
could be.
No.
I mean, it could be that way though, right?
It doesn't seem like it.
I don't know.
So then you got Ford walking
Like
around.
what? So you this for fucking 10 episodes, Men in Black's looking for the fucking maze. He's gonna get there and cut wood with Arnold. That does not seem like a good ending to me.
No,
That
but
would be
what if he's
funny, like
what if he's
nothing
there
happens.
to what if he's there to destroy them?
But like, what would that do?
Yeah, what would that do?
I don't know. He runs a foundation. Maybe they're fucking.
He's destroying fucking robots.
Yeah, but what I mean, what if he like destroys them? Because these are the old. They're the old ones. They're the originals.
So
They're.
is Dolores.
I get that. It was cool how they opened the kid's face.
Well,
Yeah.
I was like, damn, that's
Dol-
fucking cool looking.
Dolores dies every single day, and like at least previously. So like, if he kills him, they'll just rebuild him back.
You know that the kid's face opening reminds me of Star Wars
Star Wars.
because so episode 4, 5, and 6. Did you just sniff into the
I was
mic?
trying
He
to
turned
shut
it
it
off and
off.
coughed, and then turned it back on just to go.
Yeah. My bad, guys.
So
Whoopsie.
as I said, so Star Wars. So episode 4, 5, and 6, old movies,
Yes.
right? And then you go to episode 1, shitty movie,
Yeah.
but newer, so like the
Better
bad guys are cooler.
technology
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
yeah.
where so like that's an old host, but all of a sudden he's got this cool shit where they just open him up and shit. That's what it reminds me
Yeah.
of.
No, I totally.
It's weird that it opens up, but he still has like kind of like a skull in there too, like like a skull with like black teeth and shit like that.
Yeah.
I can't. When Elsie's here in this whatever warehouse, old theater, I was expecting shit to just go downhill from the get go.
Yeah,
When they show it
I
later
think they
on,
want you
we
to
were all like,
expect
"Oh
that.
fuck, she's gonna die." Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, because they kept showing angles from far away, like this fucking angle, like
something bad's gonna happen there.
someone's
Especially,
looking,
like,
someone's
when it-
watching.
Right.
when it's on her face for a while.
So who do you think grabs her at the end?
Stubbs.
You think it's
Yeah.
Ashley? And you think he's in on it
I
with
think
with
he's
Teresa?
either. I think he's either in on
I don't.
it or
It's
I
a
think he's
total
saving her.
fucking guess.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
your gut
That's
is
my gut.
Okay.
I think he's in on it, or he's like saving her. Like they're supposed
No,
to.
I think
we're thinking that
he's
they're
the
gonna-
opposite. I think he's like
I
figuring it out.
hope he's saving her.
Yeah, I think
I
he's
think they're
figuring
trying
it
to
out.
trick us in that he's saving her. I don't think they're gonna kill her off.
Well, it's funny because the other podcast I listen to, she's like their favorite character. They love her, and
Well,
I guess
she's pretty likable.
yeah, I guess they make fun of her big time on the internet.
Really?
Yeah,
Like the internet.
yeah,
Well, I
the
mean, it's not-
internet.
On the bright side, though, they didn't know that. Like this was made, so it's not they could kill her off because of that reaction online.
Yeah.
This bitch is stressed
So-
out. She smokes this entire episode. Like every scene she's in, she's smoking.
So do you think? Do you think
Smoking
she
the
knows? Because like she knows that guy smashed his head, and do you think she knows that they found that thing in his arm? Because I mean,
No, she. I don't
I
think
bet
she
she's
knows.
worried.
do you think she's worried they're gonna find
I
it?
bet it's.
Well,
a
yeah, I'm sure it's in the back
possibility.
of her mind.
Yeah.
You know, and thank God Bernard answered his phone.
Thank God he
Yeah,
didn't tell
'cause
her.
he was gonna-
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine? If
Well,
he
we don't
did?
know if he did or not because they cut away and they never go back.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
No, he calls her back.
Well, but afterwards, like he's
No,
not,
but he's
not-
there. He declines the first time Elsie calls.
And then he answers it.
And then he answers it, and then they cut away.
yeah, and then he's in
So
the
we
hallway
don't
when
know
comes
if he
back.
told Ding Dong McGee here,
He's in.
How come you can get everybody's name right?
Teresa.
He's called her Teresa a few times.
Yeah.
I really hope that it's like not part of her people that took what's her face.
But see, I can kind of see them killing off Elsie because she was pretty cocky when she was talking to Bernard,
Yeah, about
saying,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask for Teresa's suite, and
Yeah.
they're going to love
She's
me when I
fucking
save
up.
this park and expose to them.
I mean, that would make it kind of in a way like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead and shit like that, where they kill off someone we all like, but it shows that there is risk.
Because she just told her, okay? He turns around, looks at Teresa, they cut,
and
and
next
then they
thing he's
don't.
in the hall.
Yeah, they don't go back.
I don't think he told her.
I mean,
Because he's like, I'm gonna have to call you back. See, because that's it. And now we're back with Maeve and Felix and Sylvester.
Can he stop saying
we're-
cat names?
We're back with the pussy and the two cats.
wow.
So, but I don't know, man. I thought it was cool when she grabbed the scalpel and
Oh, yeah, she was gonna stab.
because
That
Sylvester's like, you can't hurt me. Really?
He's like, but I thought
Yeah.
I saw a booty cat.
Yeah.
guy. Oh my goodness.
Could you imagine if they introduced a new character next week named Tweety?
Well, she did catch a bird.
Yeah, this is holy shit. Mind blown. This is Looney Tunes
He looks like a mariachi
in the
too.
future. He looks like a creep.
He is a fucking creep.
I know.
He talked about fucking one thing. the
Like,
other-
he looks like he would fuck dead bodies. Like, he looks like he would work in a morgue and fuck dead bodies. He would have
Wow.
played a
That's
perfect
interesting.
role in the night of. He could have been the fucking morgue guy. He would have played it perfectly.
No, he's not strong enough.
Hey, do you think Taylor's
Golly.
home?
Maybe.
So what do you think? Because she has like basically probably everything turned up all the way.
Supposedly, she turned her, what is the one? The top one?
I don't know.
What, I can't remember the name of it, but supposedly she turned it up. They turned it up to 1,000. That's what
Wow.
I've been seeing all over the internet.
Oh well, that's got to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is true,
So do you
goddammit.
think? Do you think because she's like so smart? Do you think she's gonna start bringing other people like
it
to
was.
their
It
office or
was
something?
I don't know.
Well, because they say that they won't let anyone go over 20
Yeah.
on any
Well,
category.
But so we don't know the limit. Like, so it's 14,000.
Yeah.
That seems kind of odd to me.
Do you think it'd stop at 100 or something?
Yeah, or 20.
Yeah.
I don't know.
or 22.
I don't know. Okay, I'm just saying what I've read. Okay, and if I read it more than once, I think it's plausible.
Yeah, we do a podcast.
If me and you text him some information, he's read it twice. Now it's true.
Oh, I mean, is that how that works?
She's just.
Let's text him. Bernard's not a host.
I think she's.
We'll each text him, and then he'd be like, "Oh, he's not a host."
Oh, but
I've been thinking about it. I don't think he's a host.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yep.
He's got so many levels. He can't be a host. So now we're back to Bernard. Yep. He just told her all about everything.
Yeah, he's walking out.
He could have, yeah, definitely.
He could have. You never know. We don't know.
The next episode, they could show him talking, and then because they have her captured and all that.
I don't think he.
Because like, how do you end that? Oh shit! I gotta go. And she's like, "Well, what do you have to fucking tell me? You came here to fucking tell me something. What do you gotta fucking tell me?" That's just gonna tip her off more.
I mean, he could have come up with any excuse.
I think he just coughed up a lung.
He might have, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know.
like, "Oh, I gotta take a shit. I'll be back."
You think he told her and then ran and called her and said, "Are you by yourself? Are you okay? Oh my god." I don't. Yeah.
Poor Elsie.
I really don't think he's involved in it.
No, I don't either. I don't think he talked. I think he's smarter than that. I don't think he. Because remember, he can read people really well.
He can?
Yeah.
Can he?
Because he's a host. No, but like, remember he was like he does stuff like no, but you remember, like, you'll laugh because you are retarded. But
okay.
So, she got mad, and he's like, I like it when you get mad and you crinkle your eyebrow like that. He reads people's facial expressions and shit like that. I think he can get away with, like, seeing how she's gonna react.
Like Hess said, he doesn't show emotion, so he's not gonna look surprised. So he can like leave there.
Yeah, he can be like, oh, I gotta go. There's emergency.
Yeah.
Or something came up.
Well, and she didn't even want him there in the first place anyway, so she probably
right. She's like, "What did I tell you about coming here in the middle of the night?"
So now did we
miss her get captured?
What?
Or did they show it again?
What?
Did we miss her get?
No,
grabbed?
we didn't. She gets grabbed in a little bit, but this is like, where is he interviewing the Robert, the little boy? Because like when they first go here, on the left, it looks like there's like that tub of milk.
Maybe this is his like little lair.
Yeah, maybe like where he built his special.
Because I mean, he did these people right, and then tinkered with
whoever this kid actor is, he's pretty damn solid.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that because even Dolores was, I guess, it was hard doing this. It's impressive.
It's like when they're talking to the host and they say analysis, like they just like their face goes blank and they don't look directly at the person speaking to them. They like look off to the side.
Which I bet that helps a little bit because you can just kind of stare off, not like
it's
gauge
like
his emotion.
Yeah, it's like they shut off their cognitive thinking and it's just
like
analysis.
It's just like talking to a computer basically.
But
which is funny. He's like, analysis. Are you lying to me? Yep. And I'm like,
yes.
Well, why don't you just always keep it?
And then he says, "Why? Yeah. Why did you lie to me? I don't know. That's not good enough, Robert."
There you go.
There you go.
Ding.
But then he says Arnold told him to kill the dog.
That's a cool flashlight. I want that flashlight.
That's what he said too watching the show.
That's badass.
But so like,
it looks bright as.
Why do you think Arnold told him to kill a dog?
I have no idea. I kind of think someone's pretending to be Arnold.
You do?
Yeah. How was that?
I don't know.
I do. I think Arnold's dead and like,
or
it's I don't know.
What if Logan's pretending to be pretending to be Arnold, and then the Man in Black's gonna find him?
I don't think Logan's bright enough. Do you?
I don't know. We don't really know much about
him.
You
just missed him being captured.
I'll rewind it so Hess can see.
I watched it.
Well, no, you can see.
Oh, is that why you think it's him?
It's definitely a white guy.
We think it's a white guy that took her. So like, if he,
I try to go real slow.
Oh, okay. We're drums pausing it and we're looking. Okay.
See, we even had Taylor watch it, and she said for sure that it was a white guy.
And she doesn't watch the show. We didn't tell her anything about it.
We
said, "Do you think it's a white guy?"
Because you can see part of the side of the face. They don't have any facial hair,
right?
At all, and it's not a girl,
right? Okay.
If it's a white guy, we think.
I mean, who knows?
That guy, what's his name? Ashley.
Yeah.
Ashley Stubbs.
He's really the only other main kind of character that's tall. That'd be tall like.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it could be someone random that we don't even know who it is, but like of the people that we think it could be, we are leaning towards him.
Yeah.
It could be. I mean, I don't see why it couldn't be him.
Because it wasn't Bernard, because it wasn't a black guy, and it wasn't Teresa.
Plus, I don't like whoever takes her, like grabs her with one and like kind of holds her with the other, like almost like an army type move.
Yeah.
the whole time.
Teresa's not doing that.
She would have just like shot her or something.
Yeah.
We're back with Maeve and the two cats.
Felix.
And he just looks so scared and perplexed and like dumbfounded this entire episode. Felix does.
The last 2 episodes.
And she basically has Sylvester blackballed. Blackmailed.
Yeah, he's not playing baseball ever again.
But because basically, I mean, I don't know. I guess she kind of doesn't.
I think, doesn't she allude to the fact that he's fucked her?
Kinda, yeah.
And like he's like, here's gonna be my payment. I'm gonna have. It was pretty.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, she says like it's time to have some fun, boys, or something like that. After they raise up all her attributes.
But I don't think she's talking about like fucking him. She's talking about like breaking Westworld.
Yeah.
She's not, now that I'm smart, I want you guys to fuck me like people did when I was dumb.
Fuck me like the whore I am. I thought it was funny, Sylvester's line when he's like, "You run a whorehouse, not a NASA whatever."
Is that another quote?
No, it was funny.
Yeah.
It was a total douchebag saying.
No, yeah, it was a dick move, but I thought it was pretty funny.
And I think this is where the episode it started and ended with Maeve right on her face.
Yep, that was it. Bling,
and then
bling,
the next one shows like nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did actually watch it this time, so
maybe you cursed it.
I was like,
that's why it sucks. Has watched it. All right, let me try to
well, no, the next one shows Maeve going off.
Kinda, but like it doesn't
smashing
really
the guy's head in
every,
the fucking
every
window.
other Netflix are like, oh
that wasn't
shit,
Maeve.
what's gonna happen?
It wasn't?
Oh yeah, no, that was
Clementine.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, we'll let you guys listen. Let us know what you think.
We need to demonstrate just how dangerous Ford's creations can be.
We've found something quite disturbing.
I see what you were saying before now, how they were making her do that.
I prided myself on being a survivor, but surviving is just another loop. I was so sure of the world. It now feels like a lie.
Hosts are the ones who are free. Free here. Under my control.
So
okay, so real quick from the get go here, kind of lost my train of thought.
Real quick from the get go here, I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I have to think.
You lost it. I get what you were saying that I think they are.
I think they're sabotaging.
They're manipulating the host to sabotage Ford.
They have Clementine doing that. Although, now I have said you can't fall for these shenanigans when it says next on.
Right,
yeah.
no, I know.
So they'll
but last time you said that there was no shenanigans.
No, they just fucking showed it at Cox.
But so the black chick, Christian Hale or whatever her name, Christy Hale.
Who?
The girl, the black girl.
Black girl, yeah.
Not Maeve and not Clementine. The other one?
I think well, obviously we know she's from like higher up.
Yeah.
People who own the park or whatever.
Yeah.
She's there to help Teresa.
Yeah.
Because they stay.
Or
we need to show people Ford's tactics are not safe and good for the world. So she's there on Teresa's side.
Yeah, I think Teresa's on her side.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could be that.
You know what I'm saying?
But they're on the same team.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're trying to overthrow Ford.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to be able to.
I don't think it's going to work at all.
Doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work.
Unless it does, and then he's like the next season could be him hiding in Westworld, building an army.
I mean, if you were creating a world of robots and people, wouldn't you, like, if you're doing all this stuff, wouldn't you put a little thing in there? It's like, you know what? Just in case some shit goes down.
Well, he states the hosts are free and they are under my control.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But wouldn't you put some shit in there just in case some shit goes down? Like,
yeah,
okay,
if someone tries to overthrow you, be like,
no, yo, come here, and then they just fucking.
Well, you saw Teddy when Man in Black pulled the knife on him.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
He grabs the fucking knife barehanded.
And Men in Black fucked up how many people before that? And then he was like, oh fuck, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean.
So I would say Ford has a bigger army than anyone at this point.
Definitely.
Maybe it's gonna be Ford
versus
against Dolores
versus
and Maeve. It's gonna be a threesome.
Yeah.
It'll be all three timelines fighting each other.
Mm-hmm. Hope they have another orgy scene.
Do you?
I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Well, they're gonna be in Pariah next week, I think.
But do you think this season we'll find out if there's 2 timelines, or do you think that's gonna be a question we're having for a while?
I don't know.
I think we'll find out before, like 9 or 10.
You think so?
I think so.
I hope so.
I think we'll know.
I thought we found out last week, to be honest.
I think we'll know by 9 or 10 for sure, one way or the other. Maybe not though.
I'm still like 80% until we see.
See, I'm
like, either
75-25. So you're 80-20.
Yeah, until we see like Dolores' dad.
You're 100.
Or we
Or
see
you like 95.
Or we see like
You think
young
95?
Maybe
Ford.
90.
90-10.
We see
Well,
some
pretty
stuff that like someone's younger or shit like that. Then
Because all it'll take is like Man in Black walking by William and be like, "Oh, nice hat," or something like that. Like
Yeah,
that's all it'll take
Yeah.
to debunk that shit.
Or like Man in Black to have a scene with Dolores
Which-
when she's already in a place with
But
William.
also, think of it this way: how many episodes in are we?
6.
6. And almost
And
everybody's been together, but
nothing's
those two-
happened yet. to
No, I
debunk
know.
it.
No, I know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're
Right.
saying how easy.
But
it would
I think
be.
they're gonna have to give you something before they end the season, because who knows when season? I mean, they still
Yeah.
haven't renewed it yet. People are starting to worry about it. I'm not, but
I'm not either.
just because
Yeah,
based
I'm
on
not
solely what you two have told me about HBO, so I'm not really worried. But
I've heard a lot
like-
of people be like, they're really afraid they're gonna get losted with their show. Like they're not gonna find out anything.
right, well, and
I
then
don't think that'll
okay,
happen
so
with this.
it's fall. So when would the next season come out? Like next summer again? Like
Probably
Like it
around,
came out,
probably around the
like
same
August
time next
again
year,
or whatever? I think. Well, I think this came out October 2nd.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
yeah.
So
6 weeks.
they usually wait a year.
Usually.
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Welcome
No
to the
wonder
real
I
world.
fucking
what suck-
wait to watch
what
a
suck-
goddamn
no wonder
show.
I watch I Love Lucy.
Oh my
What
God!
sucks, but what's good for him is that Game of Thrones got delayed, so it's gonna be even later
Oh,
than a
perfect.
year. So you have even more time to watch the
Yeah,
show.
and then like March or something like that. I heard.
I think so, right?
That's when it was supposed to come out.
Oh,
Again, now it's gonna come out like
April or May or something.
probably like.
I
that.
don't even know if
But
they
what's
announced
funny
it.
is because the whole like
What did they?
they're waiting for the time of season because it has to be snowing where they're at,
Right.
and because where do they film it? Like Ireland or something?
Oh, they can't find snow or
It-
shit
it's
like
not
that.
snowing where they film the show.
Yeah, well,
so
that's
like,
what
I guess
happened
we have
with
to
the
wait.
Revenant. I guess they had to go way off somewhere where they.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
It could fucking way to just fucking go off on your own thing.
Isn't that what this is all about?
Yeah,
It's the
totally.
Pleeka podcast. I'm part of it. I think I created this fucking podcast.
Really?
Kind
Well, I
of.
was one of the creators.
It was his idea to even do a podcast.
He's
on the
Arnold.
Wire.
We're gonna kill him
Yeah.
off.
Oh, you are
Yeah.
Arnold.
I'm Arnold.
Also, when we're doing the podcast, we're
I
gonna
guess.
remember me.
Kill him.
Cassie's gonna come. Hey, kill Joey.
So yeah, so we're gonna have to pick another show to do in between all this.
Start doing. We'll start watching Arrow. Make Cass watch it.
God no,
No, I'm not catching up
I
on
won't
that.
even be able to do that. I can already tell you.
I can. Can you imagine him?
it looks
like,
so
recap-
cheesy. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine
No
him
offense,
recapping
Jerome. I know
Arrow?
you love it.
It's not cheesy.
It looks cheesy.
No, I mean it's not like.
No,
the
I'm just saying
special
it
effects
look-
and
right.
stuff. Yeah, it's not.
It's surprisingly
cheesy.
good at parts.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you guys want to talk about Westworld? Any other thoughts you guys want to add to the podcast before we end it?
I did have something to say, but then I got out. Someone mentioned Arrow
Wonder who that was.
about doing an Arrow podcast.
He always wants to do an Arrow podcast. Arrow will be over by almost that time.
I don't know.
Not really, but
I don't know. I did have something to say. I'm sure I'll remember it as soon as we end this fucking thing.
Probably with the hit record again.
But
no.
wait, did I think of it? No.
How long do you
So,
think he could go? Like talking.
I don't know if I said this or not, but 2 people
Yeah.
at my work.
Keep talking. Oh yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah. I cut you off. Sorry about that, by the way.
No, that's weird.
I apologize. That's my
so
fault. Nice new shoes.
Can you shut the fuck up? 2 people at my work watch this show.
Yes.
Neither one of them think there's 2 timelines going.
Dan Stoudemire and who's the other guy? Todd.
No, Rick Christopherson. You don't know him.
I've heard the
but-
name, the last name at least.
But he hadn't put much thought into it. He's watched the episodes. I said it to him. I go, "Do you think William's the young Man in Black?" And he's like, "What?" And then so he's
Really?
thinking about it, and he's like, "Nah, I don't think so." And then he's like, giving me these reasons, and I'm like, every time he gave me a reason, I was like, "No, because it's this," and then no, and then he goes, "Well, I just haven't thought that much."
You
about
know-
it." I go, "We talk about this show an hour."
Do
a
they listen
week."
to the podcast?
No.
They
Oh.
should tell him to.
I was gonna say
He
because
wouldn't.
I mean I don't know how close you are with these people, but it'd be kind of interesting to maybe bring in another person sometime,
Yeah.
another perspective.
You know, actually, Dan was gonna sit in when we did Game of Thrones. Remember when we were doing that weekly thing?
Oh,
He
yeah.
wanted to sit in with Game of Thrones.
Would that have been cool? It'd be cool to have like if it,
But
we had
Dan,
more people.
Dan said he loved this show too. Like he was like,
Westworld.
yeah, he like come to me and goes, "Nick, oh my god, Westworld," and he's like started talking about it. And I'm like, So I go, so Williams, like Men in Black, right? He's like, what? No. And he like I'm like,
No.
I'm up on fucking ladder.
So he must not be a big Redditor or anything like that. He must not read
It's funny
the
to me
internet.
that he doesn't think that because like almost
he's a total
everybody
computer nerd,
does.
so yeah.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Because it's all over the internet. I mean,
I don't read the internet.
That's true. I mean, you only knew that because I showed you that Nerdist video.
Yeah, and then the more I watched, I was like, oh my god, that's totally.
Can you imagine like if we didn't look up any theories watching this show, like what the podcast would be like?
I know.
Part of me wants to look up some shit about this. I mean, part of me just wants.
Do it.
But part of me just wants to
See,
have my
I
own
got you.
opinion.
I got you.
I don't want to
really-
get influenced.
I like reading like
That's why I
everybody's
only listen
opinion.
to
and then-
one podcast.
The Pleeka podcast.
No, because I don't want
Doesn't even
to. I
listen
don't
to
want to
that.
just get overloaded with fucking theories and
Yeah, no. And they're out there.
Yeah.
there's tons of them. Did Dane Cook say anything this week after this episode?
No, I didn't see him put any more theories. I think he's done
Nothing?
some theories
I
because
think
it's
he
completely
probably
wrong.
just shot himself in the forehead with a fucking shotgun.
He might have.
He's like, wow, I sound like a fucking idiot.
Wow.
That is funny. Like 5 minutes after we brought up his theory, we're like, "Oh wait, it can't happen with this." Okay, move on.
But then you did mention like, do you think they'll show Anthony Hopkins young again?
Yeah. Because if they don't, then that probably means he's a host. Because if he's this old,
But if they showed him once young, he can't be a host. Because the hosts don't age
unless that was a fake
unless
thing.
he's dead and then now he's.
Well,
a
he
host.
did refer to them as ghosts.
Oh, that's
The
true.
4 in the house, remember? He's like, they're basically ghosts. Because no one can go to Sector 17 unless you have authorized, like high up access. Which I would assume would be like Ford, Bernard,
and probably Teresa.
like Ashley.
I bet Teresa doesn't have it. I bet
maybe Ashley.
I bet they don't have it.
So
Guess,
you
just
just think
guessing.
Bernard and Ford? That's it? The only 2 people that can get access?
Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying he did refer to them as ghosts.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm sure if you're
because they probably have something where it's like, this is like
we
dangerous.
Yeah,
and we test,
we test up here, so you can't go in there.
Because when Bernard goes to the lady when they're standing in front of the holographic world, he was like, "So there's no activity in this sector or whatever." And
yeah,
she's
then
like,
that's when he leaves and goes in there.
Yeah.
And that's when he's like, I'm gonna have to go check that out because he goes downstairs to the old system that's more familiar with all that shit or whatever. So
yeah. Do we have any Robitussin?
if you do, I would drink it like fucking tea. I have like 4 empty bottles in my car of Robitussin. If I get pulled over, the cops are going to think I'm like a fucking rapper with drinking purple drank or whatever.
Oh, my God. We got Justin Bieber live.
Codeine and Sprite, baby.
I don't know. I see, like, this whole episode with Bernard, like, doing all this shit, it just made me think that he's not a host.
No, yeah, it did that for me, too. But I'm still not, like, 100%.
I'm not 100% on anything.
Well, yeah, I don't think anyone can say anything is 100% about.
I mean,
you
can talk out of your ass all you want, but like,
I think there's a chance he's
I mean?
a host, but I still think there's a lot more things to say he's not a host than say that the William's not the Man in Black. You know, like there's way more stuff to prove.
When it kind of fucked me up, not seeing William, Logan, or Dolores this whole episode.
Me too. I kept waiting for them to start a little bit.
Because now, like, I feel like I have to go back and watch episode 5 to remember where they're going to fucking start in 7 if they go that route, which it looks like they're going to.
No, it's because at the beginning of the show, they'll go previously on. And then
Yeah.
True. But, I mean, you know what I mean. Like.
No, yeah, I got you.
Because, I mean, 2 weeks is a long time to.
About halfway through, I turn to Jerome and I go, they're not going to show William this episode, are they?
Nope.
I guess William's my favorite character.
Yeah,
because I missed him.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's really not. I mean, I was happy we got to see. I mean, you kind of got to see him, I guess, if he is at Harris.
Yeah, I like Ed Harris too. It's weird.
Shocking.
Yeah.
It must be.
But yeah, I think the only people I really hate is Hackamuffin 2 and I don't really like Bernard. But
I like Bernard.
I like Bernard.
I don't like that narrative guy.
Oh, that's true.
Lee,
I don't like him. I was gonna say that earlier, but I
like Elsie a lot.
Me too.
She's dead.
Me too.
So in the preview, the girl that Clementine is the guy that she's smashing, it kind of looked like it was the writer guy.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be cool.
I hope she's like, oh, since you fucked up,
I don't think we'll see that next episode though. I think that'll be episode 8.
Well, that was
next
on. It wasn't in the weeks ahead.
I still think it'll be 8, but we'll find out.
So you think they showed us something that's not gonna happen,
Yes.
even though they said next on?
How long ago did we see
That was in the
Teddy
week,
on
that
the
was,
fucking
that was the weeks
Gatling
ahead
gun or
though.
whatever?
That's in the weeks ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Okay, we're calling you on
we'll
it. Mark the tape.
We'll start that. We'll start the podcast.
If they
next
don't
week.
show that shit, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, I will too, definitely.
Because it seems
'Cause
like some shit's
what they're
going down.
that's what they're leading towards. Is like whole
yeah,
episode
that
that's
girl
gonna
got
happen.
there. I think they planned that shit and they fucking made her do that.
So do you think that Maeve whispers violent beginnings end in violent ends to Clementine?
No,
No.
I think they control Clementine to make
I think they're
Okay.
Smash
using
that
her
guy.
to make Ford look bad.
So
use that
it's
little
the
tablet to
black chick and Teresa.
Yeah,
I think so, or someone, and they get like something to do something.
that's how I
Gotcha.
think. I think.
So do you think Sylvester and Felix get in trouble at all?
No, I think they go with Bugs Bunny and have a little rendezvous in the Bahamas. Or
Yeah.
something.
Did you eat shit for breakfast this morning?
Yeah.
I bet we won't see any. If they do get in trouble or anything, I bet that won't happen until like 8 or 9, maybe even 10. I bet they'll
I doubt
keep
they
doing.
get caught
They'll
yet.
keep doing shit.
I
Up
mean,
until,
maybe.
Up until.
Well, I
it gets
mean,
too
I
far.
just like it was more of just like, do you think people will notice that they have fucked with Maeve?
I bet they'll maybe start to question it, but I don't think any
Because
repercussions
see,
will happen till later.
if everything is supposedly Dr. Ford would know.
Well, I mean, Elsie went down there and said, "Oh yeah, this person did this," so they should be able to know that that person did that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but they got to figure it out first. So when she dies, she always ends up there. So I don't know why they would figure something out unless she just goes fucking haywire.
Right.
Well, when they showed her, they grabbed the knife because they're coming to get her. Everybody's frozen and they're walking in
Yeah.
the place to grab her, and she grabs that knife.
Yeah.
So like, I wonder how that's gonna go down.
It'll be interesting to say the least.
It's not gonna happen next week.
Looking forward to it.
Nothing the next
I
thing can
don't.
happen next week at all.
They're just gonna play checkers all day.
Maybe
Wow.
It'd be,
What
What is this, Rag on Josh Day? What the fuck?
it might be.
It's Pleeka podcast.
Oh.
That's what it's about.
Is it what it's about? I would have never guessed.
Anything else you guys want to say about Westworld?
I'm a dick cereal.
How about Dick cereal?
What?
Nothing.
You just bring up random shit. Is it the end of the Pleeka podcast?
I believe this is the end of the Pleeka podcast.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to the Pleeka podcast. Instead of naming everything, I'm just gonna say all the links to anything you want to listen or watch us
Perfect.
on is in the description.
That's perfect. Good idea, Jerome.
Thanks for listening to the Pleeka podcast. We will see you guys next time.